Oh, this is just perfect. Baby girl's right there on the screen. What's going on, guys? This is your boy Cash, and I wanted to do another little guide because the more I learn about the game, the more I'm playing the game, the better it's getting. I gotta actually advance the storyline. I might just record myself playing through the story just to have more content. But as you guys know, this is March 7th, right? A really cool character, and she was kind of surprising once I started to read her kit of what she actually does, and I was like, wait, what? I didn't know that that's what she was doing. So maybe you guys are surprised too, or maybe you guys will enjoy the funness that is this character. So let's get right into it. So March 7th is the preservation character, so that already got me like a little, I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, wait, I could, I think I can just go into battle, actually, which is really cool. So what I like about this game also, I just wanted to make a mention, is that you could just fight in the open. Like, there are a bunch of like random fights. You get a little bit of credit out of it, but nothing too crazy. And I just like this screen a little bit better. Just seems cooler. Alright, so we're gonna go to her basic attack, which is just straight up ice damage on her basic attack, right? And then you have the skill, which is the power of cuteness. You guys have seen this so many times. Basically, she gives a shield, but it's scaling off of her defense. And that's kind of where I was like so weirded out when I saw her. I was like, wait, why does it scale off the defense? I'm so deeply confused. If an ally's current HP percentage is 30% or higher, greatly increases the chance of the enemies attacking that ally. So if you put it on someone with a higher HP, when the current ally, yeah, it's 30% or higher. So pretty much, it's funny because I use this a lot to I put it on someone that's low HP, right? But if you actually want to have the increase that you put it on the tank, you're supposed to kind of put it on the tank, which is kind of funny. But I always put it on the lowest HP. I completely forget about this. So yeah, next up is going to be the ultimate, which you've seen, deals ice damage AoE to all enemies, have a 50% base chance to freeze the character. While the frozen character, enemies cannot take action and will receive additional ice damage equal to 30% of her attack. So that's kind of the weird part. Her first, you can see her first passive is anytime her ultimate freezes, she gets energy, allowing her to kind of cycle her own ultimate. But what I find weird is that she has this that has scaling off her attack. Her skill scares off her defense. And it just kind of gets a little bit wonky here of how you want to build her. Like, it's really strange. Her talent is after a shielded ally is attacked by an enemy, March 7 immediately counters, which we've seen, dealing ice damage equal to 50% of her attack, right? This effect can be triggered 2 times each turn. Now, 2 times each turn doesn't mean that, like, so the shield is, let's say if it lasts a little bit longer and then the turn passes, then she'll still attack, but it can only trigger 2 times per turn. So the thicker her shields are, you know, the longer this is going to get benefit out of it, right? Her ice cone thing is just that she easily will 100% freeze one enemy in the thing, which is nice. When frozen, again, the enemy cannot take action and will take additional ice damage from her attack. So most of the stuff she has scales off of attack, but the only thing that scales off of defense is the shield that she gives out, which is just kind of weird. Now, when I go to her Eidolons, like her dupes, it's gonna be even more weirder, so like stay tuned. So first, let's see her basic attack here. You've seen it a million times.
What's this?
You will know justice.
I'm starting to get really in love with Geopard, I'm just saying. You guys seen it 8 times, but who knows when you guys will ever see this video. So let's use the power of cuteness and 1 speed.
Stay right there while I give you a present.
There it is.
I hope you're prepared.
And I'm even worse than you guys think. I forgot to show the ultimate, so let me get that real. I don't know why I didn't put this in, but here we go. Slow it down.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
Do it. No idea why I didn't put that in, but yeah, there we go. Wait, what the hell is that? Interdimensional creature lost in the stars, docile in nature, sweet in taste. Oh, inedible. Spends most of its life feeding and fleeing. Travelers who encounter these creatures see them as good omens. Am I supposed to like not kill it?
Choose from strike.
Oh no. Okay, she's not. He's staying. Tanky as hell. Someone in the comments let me know what the hell that is. So now we get to look at her lovely things here. So her Eidolons. I actually have one copy of her, so I have it that each time she does an ultimate and it freezes, she'll regenerate 6 energy, which is really good. Then you have the memory of it. Upon entering the battle, she grants a shield equal to 24% of her defense, plus 320 to an ally with the lowest HP percentage. Lasts for 3 turns. Again, scaling off for defense, right? Kind of weird. It's as you guys know, these, what is it, 3 and I think 5 are just like to allow you to upgrade your skill like crazy. And then this one, never forfeit again. The talent counter effect can be triggered 1 more time in each turn. So I think it's 2. It can go up to 3 times. The damage dealt by counter increases by an amount that is equal to 30% of her defense. So like, as you remember, as I just read it before, let me do this one last, right? So allies under the protection of the shield granted by the skill restore HP equal to 4% of her max of their own max HP plus 106 at the beginning of each turn. So a lot of things are leading you to believe here, and I can only assume the same thing, is that you kind of want to stack her defense and not her attack. Eventually, especially when you get this one that it now has a 30% of her defense in there. And normally in these games, stuff like defense is usually easier to stack than attack is. Usually, like even if I look right now, her attack 147, defense 193, and also it could be because certain characters scale different stats differently. Right? So that's just the one thing that I just thought was so weird. Like, this scales off defense, the ultimate, but this other thing is just this additional ice damage scales off attack. This is obviously going to scale off attack. Yeah, and the talent, the initial counter also is attack, but everything else is kind of about defense. So, oh my goodness. Sorry. I forgot to do traces, and that's and again, I'm still learning how to do this as I go. I thought that the traces were just like bonuses like this, and there's not that much. Like, yeah, increase the ultimate base thing by, I know it says that you can increase the bonuses and stuff like that. Like this one is like 30%, goes up to 50%. Like, you kind of slowly but surely make things better. But I do want to start to mention that there actually is, which is pretty cool. Like, yeah, these are still bonuses. But down here, I don't know if each character has it like this. There's actually 2 different things that do come out. So I do want to just briefly mention that eventually you can have it that the shield skill actually removes 1 debuff from the ally, which is pretty cool. And this is just Ascension as you're building the character up, right? And then you have another one where the duration of the shield is extended for 1 turn. And I'll go more in depth in that because I know where I'm putting this in the in the video. But like, it's actually pretty cool that she can do buff removal, debuff removal, which is pretty good. I don't know how many cleansers are in the game, so that's really cool to add that onto her repertoire. Then we go into the light cones, which now I know how the light cones work. I have a nice little thing I can go to the data bank and see all of them. Boom! So I'm gonna do the same thing I did before. We're gonna start off with the blues. I like this one. Nice and easy. Increases the wearer's defense by 16%. If the wearer's current HP is lower than 50%, the defense is increased further. You could obviously see how that's beneficial for her. Nah, not a fan of this one. Not a fan of that one either. So boom! For the blues, I'm going with Amber. Just increases her defense, and again, it really depends on what like awakening or whatever they want to call a level that she is. That you want to really go hard to defense. These other 2 aren't that bad. Now let's look at the purples. Increases the damage, is not that bad. Plus she gets a free defense. Also, I'm looking at these not max level. I know I can look at max level, but again, especially once you go into the purples and the yellows, you're not going to really have these max leveled out. So yeah. Oh, I like this. Not for her, but this is obviously for a tank. I didn't even know this existed. That's pretty cool. This is interesting. I increase my defense when the wearer is attacked. There's a 100% chance, base chance to burn the enemy. For each turn, the wearer deals dot damage that is equal to 40% of the defense. That sounds insane. Yeah, this is definitely one you want to have on her. That's insane. But you have to make it that she's probably like the one with her E. She has to be the highest total, I think. So that will force them to attack on her. She keeps shielding everything, and then they'll take burn damage. That's insane. Start of damage battle. It's pretty cool too. This is pretty cool too. A ton of defense scaling stuff. I do think that this one might be amongst the best. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. Not the what is it? The trends, because it gives you a decent amount of defense, especially obviously max level. It's probably a little bit different. 32 defense, and it's 100%. I guess it has to go up in chance because people have resistance, and it does a 80% of your defense as like a dot damage. Is kind of crazy. The moment of victory. See what they got cooking here. For a yellow, seems kind of lackluster in comparison to the purples. I do like it that it gives you 2 good stats that you like, and I'm pretty sure 40 and 40, right? If you get it all maxed out, and then it increases your chance to be attacked, plus the other stuff that you can use on March 7th to increase them to attack you, right? And then on top of that, you get increased defense, so the following up attacks are just going to mean nothing. So you make her into a tank, though. They're showing the boy Japard, because yeah, he would probably want that a little bit better. He has a little bit other better ways to deal with that. Then the texture of memories, and feasting the resistant. If the wearer is attacked and has no shield, they generate a shield. That's kind of crazy. That's pretty cool. That's a overall good thing. But see, you need something else to make sure that you're getting attacked and drawing the attention. So you need another character that can kind of do that for you. So I obviously, if I would have picked between the two, I would have picked this one, the Moment of Victory. It's just overall better, gives you defense and effect resistance, so you don't get hit with the nasties. But yeah, I think that this one, like these other, what is it? The Day of the, that one's pretty good. The damage resistance is nice and all too. I feel like these two are kind of the best though. Not Wildfire. I think this is me, right? Yeah, this one's pretty good, and they're purple, so the likelihood of you getting them is pretty high. And then you have the blues, which are really good, and you'll get a ton of those. Like, it's really cool to have some that, at least for her, right, for March 7th, you have stages, and it really depends on how many dupes you have of her. Like I said, if you get to the point where you get to, what is it, 4? Yeah, once you get to 4, that kind of comes yeah, you really want to start investing heavily on stuff that does defense. And until then, you can kind of build her still, whatever. But that's where you really want to start ramping up the defense, and then yeah, you'll get a lot out of that. But that's just depending on dupes. How's your summons go, right? And then last but not least, they're going to be the relics, which at the time of the first one. When I did the first video on Trailblazer, I didn't know. I saw one of them had the champion of the Streetwise Boxing. I was like, dude, what the heck is that? And then I realized that it's actually a relic set. So here are the relic sets, at least the ones that they currently have on this website, Honkai Star Rail Fandom Wiki. It's just a wiki. It could be wrong. So just a heads up. I have no idea if it's right or wrong, but I do want to point out 2 of the sets here that seem pretty good. Now, a lot of them do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. The one, this one, the Balaga, the Architects, don't exactly know what it is. It's a 2-piece set. It says increase the wearer's defense by 15. When the wearer's effect hit rate is 50%, or higher, the wearer gains an extra 15% defense. Sounds pretty awesome. 2-piece set, which allows you to kind of dibble and dabble into some of these other 2-piece sets, where there are a couple that actually just give you straight up, like this one 2-piece set gives some more ice damage. So you can run triple 2-piece sets if you really want to, depending on what some of these are. You could do that, or you can run a 2 and a 4, which is pretty nice. The 4 that I saw that was pretty good was Night of Purity, which is one of the ones I actually do have. And it's pretty cool because if you're running a 4, you're going to get the 2-piece set also, because this one gives you increased defense, right? Same thing as the other one's giving you without the extra effect, but it also gives you increased the max damage that can be absorbed by the shield created by the wearer. So when she E's people, it's going to give you a thicker shield, which is pretty cool, and it scales off her defense, so still pretty cool. Again, a lot of the other ones are pretty good, but I don't think there's any one that's better. And a quick thing I wanted to note is that I really like that there is a lot of these ones, right? When the wearer speed reaches 120, it does a certain effect. I saw one that's when their effect reaches 120, and there's a lot of them that there it is, 145. So they're not speed sets per se, but they're if you have a certain amount of speed, you'll get an extra effect, which could even be exacerbated by other units, right? Like giving you a speed buff or something like that. I just thought that was really cool that they added that into the relic set, the gear set per se. And that about it. As far as how this character goes, like I said, it's really interesting to see the beginning characters still do really well. And like I said, the more dupes, you can actually make her into a tank if you really wanted to, a tank that counters. I don't even think I know he's the more used tank, right? But he, for what I can see, is just spamming shields and stuff like that. She obviously doesn't spam shields, but she can actually keep some people up, make certain targets designated to be hit based on HP percentages, and that could prove very useful for you. You could actually utilize that like crazy. Anywho, that's gonna be it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and yeah, that means I got one more part of the crew, at least the starting 3, right? And then I think I don't know who they give you. You guys let me know. I could do Asta. I know they give you that, and they also give you Herta. You guys let me know which one you prefer to see. And then, of course, I gotta do it. I know she's another free one, too. And then I have to do my first 5-star as well. You know, gotta go in a specific order. That's gonna be it for me, though. Peace.